you very much, Asti. Yes, as she mentioned, this is for ladies only. So my name is Chris Wren. You can call me Christine for now. It's the first time, I believe, that I've had the opportunity of speaking to many of you this year. So first of all, I'd like to wish you a happy usual Gregorian year. I'd also like to wish those who've been celebrating Chinese New Year, Gong Chi Fa Chai, a few days ago. I won't take long just to say that this is the first of what I know is going to be a very, very vibrant program for the Professional Women's Group in 2021. And this coincides with the 10th anniversary of the Professional Women's Group. And there is a very, very significant event that Sony will share with you that's also going to happen next month. I'd very much like to thank our 4 board members, Sony being one of them, as well as the chair of the group, Valentina, Lia and Susana for sharing their very valuable time with us. A corresponding similar event was held for new members around about October last year with the wider board. Very, very successful, very well received. So I'm really pleased that the Professional Women's Group have progressed and taken on this idea with yourselves. From my side, just to say, I noticed that a number of people on this webinar are enjoying the BritCham policy of not charging for our webinar series so far. Although this is not necessarily a webinar, it is the Professional Women's Group. But if you're not a member, I would like to encourage you to really take a close look at the value proposition of membership of BritCham. And if we can help you make a case with your executives or whoever holds the purse strings within your organization to provide you with a corporate umbrella organization, just let us know. We'll do our best. With that, once again, welcome to everybody. And I now leave you in the very, very more than capable hands of Sony and the rest of her board colleagues. Thanks.
Thank you, Chris. And welcome, everybody. And as Chris mentioned already, I would like to wish everyone who is celebrating Chinese New Year a happy Chinese New Year. And thank you so much for joining our event today. And it is 10 years for the Professional Women Group. And I have been involved with the group since the beginning when it was first set up 10 years ago. And I have been a board member of BritCham for the last 2 years. And before we begin, I would like to share that it brings me, great joy to say that the British Chamber is the only chamber that has a women's sector group, the only European chamber for the past 10 years to have a women's sector group. So it really shows the foresight and the vision of the group to allow this kind of, to encourage women empowerment. And our group is really about connecting women in business and also elevating women. So I thought that to start the year, since this is our first event for 2021, why not we have an introduction amongst our members as well as our board members. This year, BritCham has 6 women board members. And so it is really practicing this unity in gender diversity. And what we would like to do is to speak and share a little bit about each one of us. They each will be introducing themselves, and then we will have a breakout room session and a master class. The last time we had a master class, it was a great success. So I'm sure that this one will be the same. I would also like to share with you that for the last 10 years, we've had really great speakers and professionals come and share with us. We've had CEOs of Yahoo, Google, Nestle, Unilever, L'Oreal, Lazada, Facebook, Standard Chartered, HSBC, Prudential, several celebrities and several ministers come and speak to our group. So for me, it's been really a great honor to be part of this group, to have been able to use this as a platform and a playground to play and share and do what I love the most. I really love networking, and it was really tough to make the switch from offline networking to online networking. And I'm really grateful to the BritCham team because they've really stepped up and made wonderful programs for all of us. We have a very young team, but they are really superb with online events. And this just shows us the power when we collaborate to do something. Yeah. Without further ado, I will start by introducing Valentina, who is the vice chairman of the BritCham board as well. So Valentina, would you like to please introduce yourself and also share with us why you are at the BritCham board? Thank you.
Sure. Thank you very much, Sony. Hi, everyone. I'm Valentina Chai, and I'm the group treasurer of PT Astra International Tbk. I joined BritCham about 2 years ago as a board member. And the reason why I joined is I spent 14 years in London through studying, and I worked there. So Great Britain, the UK is very, very close to my heart. And I certainly believe that, there are a lot of business opportunities between British and Indonesian corporates and SMEs. So I wish to be one of them on the BritCham board to connect, these businesses together. The other thing that I'm also overseeing on the BritCham board is the education piece. Given that I studied in the UK, so I truly believe in the quality of British education, which is why I'm helping Chris out on the education piece. We wish to be able to encourage more and more students to study in the UK and see for themselves, how good and how high quality, British education is for Indonesian students. So these are my main vision for BritCham. And for the professional women group, given I'm a woman myself, I believe obviously certainly in British women empowerment. And given I'm a mother of 2 young children myself, I required a lot of support. And I know, what women goes through, to stay in the workplace. So I hope, to be able to share some of this experience with some of our fellow members going forward as well. So thank you very much, Sony. I hand this back over to you.
Thank you. Thank you, Valentina. And great to have you with us today. Maybe we can have Susana. Susana, can you start first while Lia checks her connection?
Sure. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, everyone. So my name is Susana Germino. I am the CEO and President Director of MBSS, a shipping company here in Indonesia. The MBSS has 2 majority shareholders, one Indica Energy Group that is based here in Indonesia, and the second one is the Swire Group, and hence, the connection to the British part. So the Swire Group is a very large conglomerate of companies, still owned by a British family, even though most of its operations are based in Hong Kong. They have different things like properties, shipping, hotels, and I think that the most known from all of their different companies is Cathay Pacific. They are the majority shareholders of Cathay Pacific. So the Swire Group all over the world, where they have operations, are mainly, in Asia, though. They are very strong supporters of the British Chamber of Commerce in different countries. So they asked me if I would be interested in being part of the board of the British Chamber of Commerce, as the previous chairman was within Swire Group too, and this is how I ended up here. I thought it was a great opportunity. Out of my 25 years of work, about 18 I have worked for British companies. So, and I'm married to a Brit, and like Valentina was saying, you do end up feeling like quite Anglo-Saxonic about it all. I have lived a couple of times back in UK, once in England, once in Scotland, and having worked, during all of my work, I've lived in 9 different countries, and I thought that I have a particular view, especially a lot of time in Southeast Asia, so Indonesia. I have also worked in Thailand, in Singapore, and in Papua New Guinea, and it gives me quite a different understanding of the relationships for companies and how companies interact. And I thought I could probably, use some of my experience to facilitate trade between Indonesia and the UK. About the professional women group, well, I am passionate about everything that is gender equality related. Shipping is a very, very male-dominated industry, and I see as part of my duty of care to try to make the life a little bit easier and provide a little bit of support to any woman that would not have to go through some of the things that I have gone through. So everything that is guidance, empowerment, support of women, I am always ready to give or to support however I can. So I think that's me in a nutshell.
Thank you so much, Susana, and happy to have you with us today. Lia, would you like to try again?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, good.
Welcome.
I changed my earphone. Okay. Good afternoon, ladies. This is my first time to join the professional woman group, and it's my pleasure to join with all of you. And even though my firm has been a member, I think for more than 10 years, but I don't think actually our lawyers have been actively participated in all the programs of BritCham. In the program that I see very interesting is the professional woman board here. So being a female lawyer, I would like to also give a more contribution to the member and also to all the women in the BritCham, and would like to share my experience of being a lawyer for more than 20 years, and then of course that it is my pleasure also to share my knowledge to anyone here, especially with regard to the woman empowerment and maybe women's rights under Indonesian law. So I hope my voice is clear enough, because
yes.
Yeah, okay.
Yes,
good.
Very good. Thank you so much, Lia, and so happy to have you with us here today. So ladies, basically now that you've heard all the board members, the intention of our event today is really basically just to get you to have a feel of what it is like to be part of our group. And before I continue, Asti has just shared on the screen, we have 2 more board members, women board members, who were unable to join us today. And one is Dian Andiasuri. She is President, Director, and Country Chair of Shell Indonesia. And the other one is Ranjana Singh, Country Head of WPP. Should you feel that you want to get in touch with any of us, including the 2 of them, Dian and Ranjana, please do get in touch with the BritCham office, and they will connect you to us. And also during this webinar, you have a chance to communicate personally with each board member. And following it up again, if you would like to communicate with us, please go through the BritCham office. And please see this as a platform for you to be able to connect and to make an opportunity to grow or to share. And this year, to celebrate our 10 years, the theme that we are looking to share with everyone is, first of all, to challenge yourself. Challenge yourself to step out of your comfort zone. The second one is join a community. Join a community that you are passionate about, where you know that the members will support your interests and where you will be able to grow. The third one is connect. Make connections within that community. And fourth is collaboration. It's only when we collaborate, especially in this digital era, that we can actually have some results. And then the last one is change. Make the changes that you need to change, you need to be, in order to make this world a better place. So I really believe that our group is a powerful community, And within us, we all have the power to create magic. So together, let's make a meaningful difference to our lives, our work, and our community. And today we will start with this masterclass. Asti will be creating 4 breakout rooms with our names. And in each breakout room, you will get a chance to explore a particular topic. Asti is going to share that also on the chat. But while she's creating the breakout room, I would like to share with you each question that you can interact and discuss with the board member. First of all, Valentina, she chose the topic of personal development. And the question is, what do you think you need to develop in your personal or career life in order to make a positive change in 2021? The second one is Susana. The topic is women empowerment. Her question is, what one thing do you think you or your organization could do in order to encourage women's empowerment? And for Lia, she chose work from home challenge. And her question is, what is the biggest challenge you are facing in getting connected or communicating with your colleagues due to working from home? How are you overcoming this difficulty? And for me, I chose business networking. And my question is, what is the biggest challenge for you to make the transition from offline to online virtual networking? How do you maximize the potential of joining an online community to learn, share, and grow? So we look forward to you joining us in the breakout rooms, and please feel free to speak up and share with us your thoughts and your questions. And I think each breakout session will be 10 minutes. We will do maximum 3 sessions. And if you have any questions after that or you would like to share, we will open it up for sharing. Thank you. Yeah. So thank you again. I wanted to ask a few people to share, but we are almost at ending time. But maybe I'd like to have just the board members. Can you share how was it to be in that breakout room, and how did you feel for the first session of the professional women group? Valentina?
No, I thought, well, timing was a little bit rushed, of course, and I think, we learned that lesson, and the next one, would be much better. But I think, the main theme coming up, despite what we're talking about is personal challenges, I think, many of us are looking, to further our networking skills and, to get to know more people. And the opportunity that the pandemic presents itself is that, you can go more on, you can get to know more people, albeit not as personal as you want to online, because you can join more and more sessions, right? So I think many of the members that I spoke to would like to use this opportunity to get to know more people and to also seek either business opportunities or perhaps, a new career in some of our BritCham members, for example. So I thought it was a rather good session. I hope you guys enjoyed. You guys enjoyed yourself, and I hope to see some of you again soon.
Thank you. Susana?
We had, quite a good discussion too, and what actually was fascinating for me is that there was a part that I was really learning. There was a lot of people that are involved already with empowerment of women through education, through not just formal education, but also with supporting or secondary education that is so important to develop some of the social skills necessary. So we had quite a good talk about some of the things that are done. There were also there was 2 two ladies that shared, they both work for the same organization, and saying that, you know, empowerment is not just for men, it is also for, you know, for their students, and that during this pandemic, their students are not able to have internet, and therefore they don't have access to classes, and that obviously it is a serious concern that they have. We also talked about you know, some of the ideas. You know, it was quite interesting to see at a certain point there was a lady that worked in security, and she was saying it's a very male-orientated industry. But then we talked about cybersecurity, and Ibu Luella was saying that actually for her, you know, it's quite balanced, and it's all about collaboration. So it was interesting to see from one side the physical security. You know, Burenidia has created, you know, her own support group for the women in security, but on the other hand, you know, the development with technology, it is quite a balanced one that I think it is absolutely fascinating. And then there was a few suggestions about, you know, start with the small things, how important it is to have a positive attitude and to have self-confidence, and how it is important to speak up, you know, and to encourage women to speak up. And, you know, and how male are ambassadors, and this is not just about women, it is about being, you know, it's not all women being CEOs. What is important, it is every woman feels happy with what they're doing. And there was also a fascinating lady that is working with Indonesian heritage, and I want to finish with this because I think that it is truly, you know, from a Southeast Asia context, you know, women are the engine that keeps the world, that keeps the motor running. And this lady was telling that, you know, she's having difficulties at the moment with sharing some, or to create a platform for some of the ladies that, you know, work, for example, in basket heaving, to market their products. But, you know, how important it is to empower women through also the cultural traditions of Indonesia. So it was fascinating, and it was a great opportunity for us to talk.
Thank you, Susana.
Yeah.
Lia, would you like to share your experience?
Yes, I very enjoy to be there, yeah, in the session. So the good thing was that we can share the feelings, the emotion there, and then I would love to hear many creative thinking in the sense of how they try to connect with the people, with the core workers. So I heard about the online party, the coffee chit chat. And even though we don't have in the same meeting room, but we create the environment as if that we were in the same room. So and then try to find a support group, and then being someone who will be there when maybe your coworkers try to you know, to share the feeling, the worries and everything with your coworkers, and to have a support group amongst the colleagues. But this kind of thing, it's very interesting to hear from variety of people.
Thank you so much, Lia. So I think basically, ladies, you know, that basically sums up our event today. And the reason we actually did this is actually to give you an experience of what it is like to be a member of our group. So even though you are, I think many of you are not members, hopefully you will be curious and interested to join us, because we do regular monthly events. And the BritCham has more than, I think the BritCham has 3 to 4 events every month. We are the most active chamber in terms of online events. So there are so many topics that we cover, and basically it's really an opportunity to learn, to share, and to grow. And we will be reaching out to all our member corporations to reach out to their women communities, because we have realized that many corporations have their own women's group. And as I mentioned earlier, we believe 2021 is the year to collaborate. So if any of you would like to collaborate with us, or you have ideas for us, don't hesitate to share. And finally, I would like to add that we may be alone when we are working at home, but we are definitely not alone in this situation. And having communities and groups like this makes you remember that there are many people who go through the same thing. So instead of looking at the differences, Let's celebrate the fact that we have many things in common, and let's share and let's grow together. Yeah. Thank you again for joining us. And as Chris mentioned, I'm very, very pleased to announce our next event, because we will be celebrating International Women's Day on 8th March 2021. And we have an event confirmed, and we will send you the details. And it is a special event because we are celebrating 10 years of the Professional Women Group. Yeah, it's going to be an exciting lineup, and it will be open to men. So please join us, all of you, and let's celebrate International Women's Day together. And please get in touch with us through the BritCham office, write to the team, or and they will connect you to us. Yeah. Thank you and goodbye, and see you soon.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, ladies.
Nice meeting you.
Stay healthy. Nice to meet you all. Bye.
Yeah, stay safe.
Stay safe and healthy. Bye.